All right. So a lot of people had recommended me that I watch the Valve free to play. I actually don't know anything about it. I think someone told me that free to play documentary of TI. A lot of other people recommended it to me, but I got rid of those notifications. I just kept one so I'd remember to actually do it on a day been that I feel tired, but still got to keep my stream schedule. So, as far as I know, it's about the first TI. So let's go ahead and watch it. Wait, how old is this? This is 10 years old. Jesus. All right, let's get to it. You didn't know I'm a streamer? I'm confused. How did you come upon me then? Was it my YouTube videos? Uh, I think I'll leave the subtitles on just in case anybody else, I don't know, needs them. Hey, Risky, thank you for following. Appreciate you. But yeah, if you look at my YouTube videos on the top left corner, there's always the Twitch chat. That is for the winner. $1 million for winning. For most of the videos, anyway. It's going to be huge. Dota2.com. The tournament tab is up to. Our website will actually change for the next 24 hours as well. Dota2.com. You know, that never occurred to me. Does Dota still have a website? Dota2.com. What would I find here? Okay, I guess I could see news on Dota. Oh, that's funny. It never occurred to me that they'd have like an official website. I mean, what popular game franchise doesn't, right? But I think patches, gameplay updates, I feel like all that would just show up on Steam anyway, so there's not really a need for the website. But I guess like, you know, anyone that searches up Dota on the search engine is going to want to find a website. Actually, if I type Dota 2 first, what on the search engine, what would show up first? Do you guys think Steam will show up first, or do you think the actual Dota website will show up first? All right, fair enough. The Dota 2 website, then r/Dota, Wikipedia, Team Liquid, then Dota 2. Wow. I'm surprised that Steam isn't like the first, if not second thing to show. But all right. All right. No more of all this nonsense. Let's get on to the video. I'll try not to interrupt it anymore.
Into an adult was the day I started playing Dota. Times like when you go up on the stage,
Thank you, Mosin. Appreciate you.
Something, you get the prize. It's the amount of
oh, it already has subtitles. All right, let's get rid of those.
An achievement that nothing else can give you. It's something I definitely not regret ever doing. Gaming is simply the proudest thing in my life.
I wouldn't say, well, maybe it's different when you're like
It can be called gamer, but for me,
maybe it's different if you're a professional gamer, but I don't know. I don't think I've ever really thought of gaming being a proud thing for me. Don't get me wrong. It's not like I hide that I'm a gamer. It's just that I never thought to take pride in being a gamer.
it's something different. One way to forget about pain is to do something that you will be in completely. So, computer games, for me, it was everything.
Escapism.
This is my career. I chose to do it for so long. Success, in my eyes, is always based off on how other people see you. In the eyes of the public.
Okay, you gonna have subtitles or not?
It's important to be doing things that you love and you really appreciate, because that's your passion, man. You should really work for your passions.
Okay, it's my opinion. It is my opinion. It's a little insulting to have subtitles for like one particular person, but not everybody.
this is the first time I really wanted to take something seriously and do something good for my life.
Damn.
10 years
That looks
ago,
awesome.
competitive gaming wasn't even really a thing. You would play for fun against your friends. Maybe you'd play for a cup of coffee or whatever you wanted.
I haven't seen a
When I
LAN
started
party in
playing,
fucking
I've
ever.
been fighting for 24 bottles of beer as the first place. I'm not joking.
From there, though, online happened. And all of a sudden, you weren't just trying to be the best on your block. Now you're trying to be the best in the world. And that opened up competitive gaming to a whole new landscape. And one of the games really leading the way is Dota.
Dota is sort of a combination of football or soccer for the Americans and chess. This is probably how I would try to explain Dota to someone who's not familiar with it. At least that's what I did to my parents.
Dota is a game of momentum. You as 5 players try and battle against the other 5 players for momentum.
Every single player...
You think the volume is a little too loud? I think it might be a little loud.
...is to destroy the final enemy building, which was called the Ancient.
Damn. Dota's gonna look hella different, ain't it? Because this is supposed to be... Oh my god, those graphics! It looks like something that was made with Source Filmmaker in today's day. It still looks good, but damn, you know, so many people do such great work.
But it literally never gets boring. I would say Dota is a way of life.
When the prizes started coming, I was like, oh, well, we have like tournaments, so obviously some people is going to come and say like, well, this is a great game, let's play it, like, let's put money in it. And it started progressing each year.
Those at the top level, they
Makes sense.
do like lots of calculations in their head. Something like a beautiful mind, where you see like all kinds of things, and using all this information, make your next move.
What the fuck? Z for Blink Dagger. What? I already, for one thing, I already know he's playing Earthshaker. That is something that I would have never noticed had I watched this at the beginning of my Dota journey. I understand that he's playing Earthshaker, and I think that's pretty cool progress for me.
I see it in a lot of ways similar to basketball, just like a 5-on-5 game where you kind of have to work together and utilize each other's strengths and synergizing everything together. The teamwork and the trust and the sacrifice, those are all.
You use space for Blink? What do you mean you guys use what for Blink? I just use the number keys. Why are you guys using other keys? That's so weird for me. I don't get it.
True for every single team sport.
Dota is a game that unites everybody. It doesn't matter what country you're from, what race you are. It's kind of like a bond that is shared. And when you're part of this tight-knit group of people, it's like having a second family. That's something you never let go.
Everyone's searching for something, fulfillment.
What do you mean you can't hear anything? Hold on. Let me check. Let me check the feedback myself. Everybody else hears it just fine, right? Yeah, I hear it.
Fame, satisfaction. It gives you the ability to become someone else. Someone who is powerful, who can take down 5 opponents, express their creativity, break the rules without actually getting arrested. All of these reasons.
Some of y'all's key bindings are cursed. I just use the numbers.
He might not even know. He might not even understand it himself. But it's there.
The volume is too quiet for the browser? Sounds good to me.
Gaming fulfills my competitiveness.
Video volume is low.
Gaming a sport, so
All right,
my competitive
I'll turn it up a little bit.
feel it with Dota, so that it fulfills that side of me completely.
First, one of the best
How's
in
that?
America, if not the best.
Good.
He has a lot of experience. He's one of the old hogs.
Put it as more.
And he's generally just a calm guy.
Hold on, I need to go back a little bit because I was like distracted setting up the volume.
But it's
I know, I understand. I just corrected it. Oh wait, you probably have like a delay.
Gaming fulfills my competitive need. I'm a very competitive person. When it comes to sports, I consider gaming a sport, so
I'm sorry. This is gonna be the last time that I talk about this because if I keep reading chat and pausing, I'm gonna get distracted again. Default Dota keybinds are ZXCVBN. What the fuck? How? How is that a thing? And how is that a thing that YouTube has a big delay? YouTube should only have like a like should it even have a delay? I have it on the lowest possible thing. Let me see if I can edit that real quick right now. Because if we're going to go on, I may as well just try to lower the latency as much as possible. Because I always have it on the lowest latency because I want people to be able to react in real time. I don't know. It looks like it has like a 5-second latency for me. All right, I'm just going to leave it like that.
I use my competitiveness and I fuel it with Dota, so that it fulfills that side of me completely.
Fear.
One of the best in America, if not the best. He has a lot of experience. He's one of the old hogs, basically. And he's generally just a calm guy, so in my opinion, that's a strength.
Really good basketball player. I remember my coaches watch him play and just talk about picking him up the next year when he came in. Always had nothing but good things to say, but he wasn't picked on the team. Just the reason was, yeah, he just wasn't tall enough, I guess. So I know that, yeah, he found the game, he got really devoted in that and stuff, and just found something else that worked.
I was your typical parent. Clinton, you're spending too much time playing computer games. You need to go to school. You need to go to college.
All right, that's real.
I want to be able to play games and get paid for it. Now, he said this at a very young age. But
Honestly, the mother is very that's typical parenting, but like I can't believe a kid would say that. I would have never ever in my entire life have ever thought that I would get any money from playing video games whatsoever. Like as a kid, like what was I playing at the time? Like I think my very first video game was like Mario on the Game Boy Color. Maybe even Pokemon Yellow. But like back then, those type of games, you would have never thought that you could get paid to play video games. The fact that he said that, like, I want to know the exact age that he did it, because like he opened a Nintendo 64 box, and if you're playing like Nintendo 64 games and thinking, I want to get paid to play video games, that's just not even a thought.
before Dota ever came along, and I thought, well, he's going to grow out of it. He's going to get sick and tired of sitting there in front of that computer and playing.
Never.
Never did. Never did.
It's not a lifestyle, Mom.
In Singapore,
It's not a phase, Mom. It's a lifestyle.
in terms of our education, I would say it's been tough on me trying to juggle both studies and gaming at the same time. My grades have dropped for like 2 years already, and my
I'm not pausing YouTube for over a typo.
I mean, there was this phrase that they used. Said, gaming would be the death of you one day.
He's a great player and a great captain. I would say he's the top player in Singapore. Easily.
My parents and my family, they don't actually speak much of my gaming career. They don't tell their friends and my other relatives that I'm actually that good at my games.
That'll change in like 5 years. Hell, maybe even now. Who knows? Maybe now. You ever think that Faker's mom goes, my son is like the #1 League of Legends player. He is so good at the game that League of Legends basically begs him to stay in the game. Do you think this guy's toast mom is just like, My son led the way through the pandemic playing Among Us. He is known as the smartest Among Us player.
All along, they have only been bragging about my studies, because last time I used to be an A student. And I go on, and it seemed like that was the only thing that they could ever be proud of.
Why are they giving him subtitles? It's literally only him. And he's speaking perfect English. He barely has an accent.
Actually, there was only been one person that has always been very supportive of me gaming, and that was my ex-girlfriend, Huayan. She's from the female Dota team in Singapore. There are a lot of things that we share in life.
I need to go to Singapore. I need to start playing Singapore servers. There are the cute girls in Dota 2 Singapore. I need to play different servers. How do I get my ping to not be ass in other countries?
So many things.
In my case, it felt really good, to have someone who truly appreciated what you did best and loved you for it. She's aware of what I'm doing and what I'm passionate about.
The breakup was her decision, and I respected it. We've been together for close to 3 years, and ever since the breakup, I haven't gotten over it. I recall the last time she spoke to me, she named me as a bastard, so...
What? Met you as a bastard? Oh, spoke to me. She named me as a bastard.
She named me as a bastard, so...
I'm so confused on what he meant by that, though.
Well, you're not in contact anymore, but life goes on.
Why would you include that in the documentary? What was the purpose of that?
I'm from Ukraine. My nickname is Dandy. I finished my university and I'm just playing computer.
It's a free to play.
Он занимался музыкой, он играл на фортепиано. Он занимался танцами. В школе мы ставили музыкальные сказки, где он исполнял главные роли. Зрители всегда восхищались его артистичностью. Их детская группа выступала, Данила...
Bro was a theater student. Hey, me too.
Growing up, it wasn't a good time
Only I didn't join any dance.
But my grandma helped us to get our first computer in 1997, early, comparing with other kids in Ukraine. We got visitors every day. The friends of my older brother...
What kind of games were available in 1997?
We were playing games.
And Daniel, every time, look what we do. Every time we talk.
Wait, hold on. I'm sorry. This is distracting me. I need to know. Computer games during 1997. Age of Empire, GoldenEye. Wait, these are video games. I need to know computer games. Were there computer games in 1997? I'm not seeing it's just straight up video games. I don't know, the only computer games that when I was a kid playing computer games was buying the CDs, playing Harry Potter or Pajama Sam, Putt Putt and whatnot. Diablo 1 came out in that? Wow. That's cool. I didn't know that. Warcraft 1. Hey, do you know the way? Maybe the reason why I ask is because I didn't have cognitive memory of that era. Why would I know?
But he come back and look again.
Это было все в большей степени, чем у моих детей.
During all his conscious life, we were trying to stop him from playing. We were hiding our computer cord everywhere in our apartment, but he always found it.
Мне всегда хотелось его больше.
How do you hide a
его вот то увлечение? Мне хотелось
computer cord? I don't know why I thought the outlet.
Я не буду о них сейчас говорить. Ну, думаю, где-то в душе он, наверное, немножко жалеет, что он...
She stopped preventing him from playing Dota. She gave Dandy the freedom to...
That is such a cool looking room. Ah, that That is so cool looking, but there's barely any shit anywhere. What? Where are the decorations?
Choose what is the best for him in his life.
Tournaments back then were like really low prizes, and a lot of prize money didn't even get to the players. There's been a lot of scams with managers and stuff like that.
I love RPGs.
There were like some rumors that it's gonna be like $50,000 first place, and everyone was going like, nah, it's not gonna be like that.
Watch the forums go nuts, guys. Watch the forums.
What the fuck? Wait, what? Damn, look at Twitter back in the day. Bro, this shit looked like MySpace. That's crazy. The UI is so blocky.
Watch the forums go nuts, guys. Watch the forums go nuts.
Blocky is probably not the right word, but god damn.
Off the frickin' hook. $1.6 million prize pool.
What?
Winner, $1 million for winning Dota.
I didn't think the first tournament would be $1 million.
Game I played for 5 years now.
What the fuck? Is this what original Dota looked like? Like on the Warcraft 3 mod? I have no idea. I have no frame of reference. Play Ellen check on Steam. Ellen check. Yes, Warcraft 3 map. Damn, I can't believe people were able to play on this. Ellen. Oh, Ellen. Yeah, I have this saved. Probably won't play it anytime soon though.
Dota, the game I played.
That's Dota 1.
Which I
Oh, okay.
for fun, for some food money or whatever, you know. Okay, it's actually getting big.
It's the largest prize pool of any gaming competition to date. It just felt like
How the fuck did they go from 500,000 all the way to 1.6? I would have just cut the 1.6 and I would have just cut out 600,000, pocketed it, and just did 1 mil.
the start of something.
Like I would have just put 600,000 into other things, the game, advertising, literally anything else.
Big, like a revolution.
It's crazy.
You know, we had everything we needed for the game to become big and respected as an esport.
I guess the more money of a cash prize, the more clout you'll get out of it.
That we can actually reach out and grab if we are good enough.
Over in Asia, professional gamers are treated like rock stars. It's a viable career.
Is that true? There's no way that's true. Really? In Asian country, like, all right, I know, like, we all joke that, like, the Asians are sweats in video games, but to hear that they're up on a social ladder, like up on the social ladder, I don't believe that. I need more confirmation. I need to do research on that. I'm gonna put a note down right now to look into that because that sounds like a fib. That sounds like something you say to make yourself feel better about your profession.
Career opportunity.
They actually live in gamer houses, so it's set up to be a thing all year long. I think
Gamer houses, I can see.
practice is that it's like a day job.
The fan base is immense. It
That looks
probably
crowded
is
as fuck.
big as the whole Western audience together, or even more than that.
So now you really have to play good. You really have to try hard.
It's first place, it's go big or go home. But the big teams get big money, but the 9th to 16th place are nothing, and their salaries are not what
StarCraft theme is the national anthem of South Korea. What?
With pro gaming, I think that's one of the toughest parts is living game to game. It's like living paycheck to paycheck. Like,
What the fuck? All right, that's not something I thought I'd see. I did not expect to see an NBA player as a Dota 2 enthusiast.
I have to win. If I don't win, I don't get paid. That's a tough living for anybody. It doesn't matter what you're doing.
That is very valid.
When your child wants to become a professional gamer, you don't have any history to look back on, like other sports. I don't know anybody who's made a living at gaming. So it's kind of a
Yeah, but
scary
it's outside
thing
your circle.
when you see your kid putting their whole life into gaming and not college and not the traditional things. What if nothing comes of it?
Regarding the age, I think yes, like 25, 26 years, it's absolutely maximum for esports. Because 20.
Sorry, real quick. I'm gonna rewind it, but like I used to know this one guy who he was like he spent like 2 years out of high school not doing anything, no college, no working. His mom just took care of him basically, and he was like, I'm gonna try to be a YouTuber, and we were all like, all right, did you start your YouTube channel? Did you did you plan out your content? Do you have any idea what you're gonna do? Blah 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 blah. And he's like, no. Like, well, then get off your ass and get a job.
6 years, it's absolutely maximum for esports. Because 27, 28, 29, 30, your reaction time is lowering and you can click so much, you know, as the kids do.
I don't know about that. I've seen a lot of people that play World of Warcraft, League of Legends. Like we see a lot of people that play these type of games that are way older, past 30. Does anybody watch there are two people on TikTok. There's like that old granny, the granny that plays League of Legends, and then the gamer dad that plays League of Legends. And I know that's League of Legends and not Dota, you know, chess and checkers comparison. But like I don't believe that. Sounds like some stuff you saw in a BuzzFeed ad or a BuzzFeed article that was like, did you know that once you turn 30, you start declining in mouse clicks per minute?
Financial responsibilities are laid upon me right now, require me to be successful in something or have a job. So it's pretty critical that I am successful if I want to continue like the gaming career.
He's an A-star student, you know. Because of this gaming, it pull him right now. So here the bad one is the auntie. Auntie is the one that always come here and neck. Yeah. Am I right? Huh? Sorry? Am I right? H1 multi-millionaire. Huh? For gaming. Huh? Sorry, you are not.
What the fuck is wrong with this lady? She realizes she's being recorded for a documentary, right? She's making herself look like a bitch in front of like how many people? Like 67 million views. 67 like obviously it's not like one view per person, but like she basically exposed herself in front of millions as a bitch.
What is your view? What is your plan? That is more important. I mean, we speak ourselves. We speak our frank opinion. It's your choice. What do you want in life? That is more important.
All right, that's valid.
If I'm going to win this tournament, my first thought would be I will call my ex-girlfriend. Things got a bit bad between us.
I'm so glad my Asian parents were Americanized.
My first thought would be that I would call her. I'll tell her about it and I'll want to share this moment with her. Yeah.
This tournament is going to be a moment in every gamer's life. Everything that you've been doing is building up and is going to happen over 1 week. And then it's not 1 week anymore, it's one game. And then it's not that one game, it's that one moment in the game. And then that one moment in the game is where it's going to finish. And how's it going to finish? Are you going to be holding up a trophy? Or are you going to be the most disappointed that you've ever been?
Tuesday, so one day before the event. We
There's a place called Cologne in Germany.
whole booth construction pretty much finished.
So 5 players per side, they can see each other through the glass, they can't hear each other. This booth is soundproofed up, plus the whole setup here, if you look from above, looks exactly...
I didn't know Ron Weasley was interested in Dota.
This is where it all happens.
A few teams have already arrived this morning. We had a lot of teams from Singapore, we had China, we had Malaysia coming in, and Russia. And tomorrow it's finally happening.
We are here live at Gamescom 2011 in beautiful Cologne.
It's the first day of the event. We've got some of the world's best teams here in Dota.
And they're handing out a tournament prize of $1.6 million. It is massive here. A tournament of $1.6 million.
Sorry, I got distracted when I saw Rayman. I was like, Rayman, what the fuck? But I realized, yeah, gaming convention or whatever. Yeah.
Massive here. A tournament of $1.6 million. That's the future of gaming. This is awesome. It's the first time we're going to see teams of this caliber assembled in one location.
These guys are not just nameless faces. They're the best in the world.
The bunch of teams we have here, there's a few teams that have individual skill that's unbelievable. And then there's a big group of other teams that have good individual skill, not top-notch, but who win through good strategy and team play. Fear is a great player, for example, but he is not comparable to good players in Asia. And that's nothing against Fear, because he's still an excellent player, but he's not them.
Whoa, where'd all the graphics go? What? Kim Jong-un? Oh, Kim Jong-woo. Okay, I was like, what the fuck?
Just to give you an example, the Korean football team were playing in the World Cup. To motivate the Korean football team to play better, they brought in StarCraft Brood War professional gamers into their locker room before they went out so that they got to meet what were their heroes.
In China, Dota is to the people there what StarCraft is to Korea. It's
Okay, the fact that she said that, I don't. So, I'm very much of a passive gamer. I'm not really like someone that hyper focuses on one game and then learns everything about that game. So, I knew that StarCraft was big in Korea. I just didn't know that it was like seriously this big a deal, like to this level, that big a deal.
televised. The girls like their boyfriends to be Dota players.
What? Damn, if I knew that, I would have said fuck League in the beginning and I would have just like started playing Dota right away. Been like, hey girls, hey.
After a game, when they're walking around, you can see fans running up to them, asking them to sign on their shirts. It's like a real sport.
The third time I was in China, I was playing with...
I'm very female
they made a video with me.
motivated.
Walking in some mountains, and I had to say some sentences and stuff.
Hey Ranch, how you doing?
And I was like, yeah, in Dota there's always a new mountain to climb, stuff like this, you know, and I walked up and down and these stairs and started running and lifting some weights, and just to compare this with Dota, like some metaphor stuff.
电子竞技，它在中国，它就是一个被国家体育总局承认的体育项目，它跟羽毛球、乒乓球、象棋一样。
What? Bro, we only just got esports in the Olympics. It's still like stupid ass like knockoffs of Wii Sports, but like that's crazy. I didn't think it like other countries took like, you know, it never occurred to me that other countries would take video games to like that type of extreme, like an Olympic sport. Like man, that makes me wonder about other countries, like if there are any like hold on. So, like, let's pick a random country. Let's say India. What is the most popular game in India? Okay, maybe I should specify video game. Ludo King? Esports. Maybe that'll be better. Battlegrounds Mobile India. What? We're all, you know what? Let's just do a different one. How about Germany? League of Legends in Germany. Where else should we do? Italy. I'm just doing random ones. StarCraft 2. Man, I want a map that's just literally made up of nothing, but like, what's the most popular esport in each country?
I will say that China teams are all great. Every player in the team is strong. You don't recognize China players as a player. Just recognize them as a whole team. You just fear the whole team.
The Chinese teams that have come to this competition are scaring the shit out of everyone else.
We had two of the top Chinese teams in our group.
Online Kingdom has not been regarded as one of the favorites to win it. In fact, we were considered bottom 4 or just bottom 8 for sure.
That seems kind of weird. Like having two Chinese teams facing off against each other. Like, provided they get far enough.
We're really nervous going against the Chinese team, especially the top Chinese teams.
There's going to be players that choke handling this kind of pressure at such a young age.
1437, like this is the first time he's like ever been on LAN. It's not easy. Like this is $1 million tournament, first time he's been on LAN.
Imagine being raised as a child in China. You play Dota now. You play Dota all your life, and then like you go from like the age like 6 to I don't know, fucking 16, 18. You just played like spent all that time playing Dota, and then like, oh, Dota fell off. Sorry, kid. Spent all your childhood playing Dota, and now Dota hasn't fallen off, but like, you know, just saying.
This is real competition.
Like, that'd be hella fucked.
We tried to keep our cool together, and we just played our game.
Damn, it looks so different. I know this is Dota 1, but damn. This is like back in the day how League of Legends looked. Ancient Apparition. I don't know who Fear is supposed to be. The left looks like Lux. But I don't think it's Crystal Maiden. There's Windrunner on the right. Earthshaker in the middle. Oh, I think that was Beastmaster, because I saw the axe throw. Do I know Kuroki? I don't remember. This is Dota 2 first year? Oh, okay. Good, okay. Enigma. Ancient Apparition. Anti-Mage. Anti-Mage, my favorite hero. So far, at least.
We were super hyped. Everyone was surprised we were doing so good. Even we couldn't believe it.
See, I'm so happy that I get, like, now that I've played Dota quite a bit, I can look at these and be like, okay, like, I know all these heroes. It makes sense to me a little more.
Online Kingdom dominating right now.
Pug not getting choke slam.
Very excited, you know. We just beat one of the teams that were actually favored to win the competition, so everyone's like spirits were like, oh, we may be able to actually do this, you know.
Damn, bro is short.
Beating the Chinese teams, some people just, you know, for fun, they started, okay, hey, it's okay, Nirvana entered the China Slayers.
That's the China Slayer. That sounds so horrible out of context. Could you imagine saying that out loud? Like, God, dude, did you see the China Slayers? That's fucking horrible. Oh my god.
A little bit surprises that we had yesterday. Quite a few upsets. OK Nirvana International managing to beat 2 Chinese teams in a row, beating out Taidu and OK Nirvana CN. They're currently on roll now, and Chinese teams are not unbeatable. But on the other hand, eHome are just proving that they have been the strongest out of the 4 Chinese teams, having a clean 3-0 record. They are the favorites to win the whole tournament. So they come in with a confidence that they've won so many championships already. It's always a little bit national pride at stake. So of course they want to prove that Chinese Dota is a little bit above the rest.
Pacquiao was the first guy to get a rampage in a Dota 2 LAN tournament. That's pretty cool. Good to know.
Most memorable during ESWC 2010.
Before ESW,
Like Edward Ulrich.
I thought like, yeah, okay, the Chinese
Short
are
and strong.
pretty good. But like, how good can they be? And then we played eHome, who won the tournament without losing a single match. Like, they just crushed everything.
eHome finished the year as the best team in history of Dota.
They were just on a totally different level. Like, they had their manager sitting behind them. He was making their calls. He was running around with this little black book. And they were the first team I heard of who did that.
The eHome manager copying down the draft, doing the prep work. He was their coach. There was a great interview that was done, and it lined up all the top European captains who attended, and the topic was eHome.
If you want to have it be good, you don't need to invite Chinese teams because they are too strong. So eHome won. What do you think of the Chinese guys? I never felt this outplayed in my entire life. It's unbelievable how good they are. Like their timing, their discipline. They're really in control of the game, the whole game, and they keep this control all the time. This is really crazy to see, actually.
That's what I love moments like this where it shows like the good sportsmanship. Like I really do appreciate good sportsmanship. It's so easy to like you know, when you're in low elo, you always see the same shit. You see people going like you beat someone and they're like, "Oh, you fucking suck." Da, 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 da. And it's like, how are you gonna say that I suck if I beat you? Because you lost to someone that sucks. Then what does that make you?
是因为我们在任何国际赛场的时候，所有的国外战队的经理和队员看到我们的时候，全体都会大声的喊“以后”。你知道那是一个多么壮观的场面吗？这是一个故事，是一个风俗，就是当大家看到以后的时候，他们就自然而然的认为王者要入场了。
That must be hella cool though to be part of like a team that powerful that everybody like chants.
I treated it as a sacrifice that I have to make for the team and for myself. And I find that when it comes to pursuing your passions, it's really up to you to decide if it's worth the sacrifice.
When they're having exam, they not allow him to leave the school. So I told him already, I say, mind yourself.
Setting out a career in gaming is risky. It's very risky.
Because the examinations actually clash with the competition, and missing the exams without a proper explanation, the school didn't recognize the Dota competition as a valid reason. It's kind of breaking school rules.
I could see that. Yeah.
It's very determined to stop him from pursuing his chance of going for this contest. So I think this has created a big stress for the family.
Give this mother very headache, you know. It's quite.
Surely there was like, all right, live streaming I don't think was that big in 2012, right? Like I think like back then, 2012, that was still like very I think if I recall correctly, 2012 was like around the beginning of when live streaming started becoming a thing. Like I know and like that's where like esports really popped off, if I recall. Because like YouTubers still existed, so even if they may not have done like big things with their tournaments, they could still be like they still get recognition. They still could have been like YouTube content. No?
Difficult
You just have to pay for an editor.
You know, he's so adamant about it. So that's why when he told me he's going to August, I said, then how about your school exam? What are you going to do?
I think my mother, she was kind of at her limits, telling me about how much gaming has been weighing me down. That was really the talk where I really opened my heart and I shared with her my passion for the game and how much I believe that my team actually has the potential to win, to be the best in the world. So we are stopping at nothing less than first. This is how I try to put it across to my mom. By giving up so much to come here, I have absolute confidence in my team that we will win.
Man, I really do. I have no idea what happens later on, but I sincerely hope he wins because it would be so cool to show up the family. Because like it's not even that the from what we see that the family seems to distrust him or even talk down to him, unlike the other family members. But like you can see that there is genuine concern, and rather than seeing someone get shown up, I would rather very much see the validation of just someone who proved to their family with no malice that they indeed could do it and that they did do it, and it paid off. But there's with great wins comes great loss, right?
They will select up their heroes. Sides will start selecting theirs. Looking now at both the teams, it looks like eHome, they're fairly relaxed, while Scythe, they're eager. They're all gathering around HY to pick.
If you have a losing draft, you will lose the game. This is what I think of Dota. So it's really a lot on drafting.
Drafting is where two captains will select what they want to play with, what heroes are selected and what heroes are taken out. You can select.
Oh, they explain it for the noobs. That's cool. I'm looking at the background because I want to see which heroes were around in the beginning of Dota 2. Hey, look, it's Meepo. All right, let me see. Blade Saw, Magnus, Undying, Axe, Pudge, Batrider, Darkseer. I don't think I know that one. Listen, Chaos Knight. Wait, that's Undying. Oh, they reposted it. Oh, it's copy paste. Okay, never mind. I was just curious to see how many I recognize from like the beginning. I wanted to see if I noticed anything missing.
We will decide our band and picks according to which team we are fighting. Usually we would come up with a very impromptu strategy to try and fight their threat. Yeah, you really have to spend a lot of time thinking of the draft. The draft actually decides a lot of the game itself.
eHome, they're a team with so much experience. They already know the way they want to roll this one out. The only thing that's really going to make it or break it for them is if they can get their execution right.
In that particular matchup, we felt that we needed something that could instill the fear in them.
And Tiny looks to be the last pick up here from Scythe. Bit of an interesting pick up there by Scythe. It's going to start to change around their lanes completely now.
With Tiny,
Need a ban a bot. Sorry, one moment. What do you say? Eastan when it's. Why do I say? I never even read those names. What are you talking about? Eastan when it's Ekan? What? I literally have not said any of those names.
it is good as a surprise strat. If another team doesn't realize where he fits into the whole lineup, then you can really throw the opposition off balance.
He's moving away, but no, HY, he'll just turn around and just pop Selena. I want to point out right now that eHome, they are not noobs. This is just Scythe playing an amazing game.
When you have such a huge audience and you know that everyone is at home watching the game, they have their hopes pinned on you, and I feel that
It's so weird seeing Dota look like this. I know this is supposed to be inclusive for those who don't like really like for those who don't know gaming all too well, but damn. Could you imagine, man, how long has it been? I wonder when was the first time I ever asked what does GG stand for? Oh man, that's maybe I've been too lost in the sauce of esports.
Will now finish up this game.
Yeah, the 1 million is 1 million. That's a lot. It's gonna make my time playing this game all worth it. Do you think smoking would do me any good?
Yeah. When did you start smoking?
When I started playing Dota.
2 years back. 2 years back. Bad move.
Then just stop. Does bro really need to attack this guy like that? Does he really need to do that?
On bad terms. Seems like she's moved on already. Back then when she was playing the game, it felt like we had something we shared. Yeah, but right now it's like, yeah. I think she's following this event, but probably this event is big. I hope I will get to make a phone call. Yeah. Finally, I'll have something I'm proud of to tell her about. Finally.
Honestly, this guy is so me. If my ex were like in love with the same game, was tracking the tournament like that, he would literally be me. I would literally do the same thing. If I could, the first thing I'd do I'd call my ex and be like, I won. Be like I need an excuse to call her. Maybe that's why I haven't gotten over my ex. I didn't start smoking. Maybe that's what I need to do. Start chain smoking 3 packs a day instead of my like 4 cans of soda a day.
When you played the Russians and the Ukrainians, they would.
That's pretty cute.
When you played the.
That is so cute. How playful they are. That I like in a tournament. There are so many teams that would just like shit talk each other or whatnot, but that's so cool.
Russians and the Ukrainians, they were just the unpredictable teams. I had no idea what the Russians were thinking. That was their best weapon.
Tell me I'm not the only one that sees it, but he looks like PewDiePie if his left eye were like unaligned. Like a chubbier PewDiePie. Not like super chubby, but like if PewDiePie had like a little bit of a thicker like neck and then an eye that was a little off centered. That it's literally just he looks exactly like PewDiePie.
Oh, we having fun. We trying to relax. We trying to.
I think it's just the camera angle that makes his eye look like that, but
I turn off my brain in the way of being scary.
I'm not roasting him. I'm just saying that he looks like PewDiePie to me.
He hasn't really had an easy life, but he's always so upbeat. He's always so cheerful.
When he first came on the Dota scene, he looked like a 12-year-old boy. Error.
I thought this whole time that they hired a child actor to act out his childhood. I didn't know that was actually him.
He's so cheerful.
Oh my god, how old is he in this?
When he first came on the Dota scene, he looked like a 12-year-old boy. Arrow was just like, who is this kid? There's no way you could take this guy seriously. And then he would destroy you in games.
Как-то я видела, показали даже где-то в интернете, как он работает с клавиатурой. И это действительно...
What the fuck is that UI? What is this? The items, maybe? But then what the hell is this? Man, this UI is confusing. Like, these 4 buttons up here?
Я думаю, что Данилу, может быть, и где-то пригодилась его игра на фортепиано, потому что руки у него совершенно потрясающие.
Bro, what the fuck's happened to your escape key?
He can make really good moves. His moves, I think, are unique, and they might win you the game. But he wants to rely.
I've never played Warcraft 3.
He wants like an enemy against him, and he wants to kill him through skill, nothing more. He wants to win the game.
All right, real quick, because some people might not know. For those who are new to this channel, I am a League of Legends player who recently got into Dota. I have like a decade's experience with League, but I never played Dota. So I started playing Dota very recently, about 3 months ago, I think. So I do have a series where I'm going through all the Dota heroes to like understand the game a little better. And I'll probably do more Dota stuff along with my other my other YouTube videos that I do for fun. But I do plan on being variety. I do not plan on being one solid thing. But when it comes to Dota, I've only ever played Dota 2. As I already said, I only started 4 months ago. So I don't know a whole lot about Dota's history and whatnot. I do know some things, but small things. I know it's a Warcraft 3 party game mode used to be or whatnot, a mod. But I don't know what the original Dota looked like. I don't know much of anything about that. When am I going to play ranked? As soon as I get the hours. I think I'm like at 80 hours right now. So I'm pretty close to being able to rank. But I probably won't rank until I finish all the heroes. But yeah, the only thing about World of Warcraft that I have ever played is I played Dragonflight. Because back in the day, I was too obsessed with playing MapleStory to play World of Warcraft. I was like, why would I play World of Warcraft? MapleStory is free. And there are bitches on MapleStory. I was like, I can get Asian bitches on MapleStory. Why would I play World of Warcraft? Yeah, even as a 10-year-old, I knew what I wanted. But and all jokes aside, I just really liked MapleStory. I didn't get into actual World of Warcraft until like 2 or 3 years ago. But even then, I did like a pacifist run. I just picked when Dragonfly came out. I just picked herbs, did archaeology, max level pacifistly.
His disadvantage is that he doesn't have patience. He wants to make those moves.
He can get a little bit too silly in games. He will try new and different things. He will overextend in team fights because he.
That is me. That is me. I would just fuck around. I would totally just fuck around. I like this guy already.
Patience can go too far, and he might lose the game for us.
That's me. So that is so me. I would lose the game for us because I want to try something stupid, silly, fun. Are you pro on LOL? No. I'm gold at best. All right, so we've seen how the two. I like how this is set up. It shows both teams, and yeah.
Most teams that you see that have the most fan bases are full nationality. Our team is all spread out across the world.
He does have it a little harder than us because he doesn't really have this human support that we do.
Does he have AI support?
The hardest thing I had to really deal with in my life is just trying to convince my family about my gaming career. It's really
Who the fuck leaves their shoes untied? You tie your shoes, and then you just slip your feet out. Anytime that you want to put your shoes back on, you slip your foot back into the shoe without retying it. You never undo your shoelaces and redo them every day. That's a waste of time.
really difficult, especially when you start out slow, but you know there's a future for
Hey,
something.
Tamir, how you
You
doing?
put a lot of time in, and they keep telling you, like, you should probably get a real job.
Thanks, Najib. Appreciate ya.
Well, I was born in the Los Angeles district in Lancaster, California. I lived there with my dad and my mom. Around 2 years old, my dad left my mom.
Nothing like
He didn't really say anything.
sitting around, looking at nature, what you're gonna Capri Sun.
She's had to raise us both while going to law school at the same time.
Law school?
It wasn't real easy as far as just got out of law school, didn't have a job, had huge student loans to pay
That explains all the books in the background. I thought that was just a green screen thing.
back. This job came up, and so we moved here on our own. So I've been raising them by myself ever since. So this is a photo album that I made for Clinton for as he was growing up. I put pictures in it as we went along. My sons were both really active into sports, and they wanted to do a lot, so I had to limit them. They could choose 2 per season. That was maximum for me, being able to get them to practice and go watch their games. And that was tough. And Clinton sitting on Santa's lap, his brother Santa.
My brother is more angry at my father for leaving than I am. He thinks about him, he gets upset. Compared to me, I just block him out and, pretend it doesn't exist.
Oh, Clinton already starting video games here.
He was sitting at his house, playing Dota.
God, I can't zoom in. Shit, I wanted to see if I could tell what kind of video game is on the TV.
Doing it competitively, had a sponsor team and everything like that. But I think that's when it probably started getting on his mom's nerves.
I have a crazy sleeping schedule. I'm on a European team, so sometimes I have to stay up at pretty ridiculous hours or wake up at ridiculous hours. So the standard day for me is not so standard.
All the nights he'd be up, except the dog would be up too with him, and that would keep her awake most of the nights, and this is kind of where the tension got pretty high.
This went on for years, and it came to the point where I just told him, I said, you know what, you just need to go somewhere else.
So I got kicked out of my house because of my gaming career, basically.
When Clinton first moved in here,
Can I just move the guy into the garage?
and there wasn't anything in the room, and I'd have a lot of stuff that we're getting ready to take to the dump. And Clinton went out there, and he came back in with this green desk, and he goes, "This is perfect."
So I didn't have a monitor, so I went to my friend, and he had a spare CRT monitor, so I got that.
Damn.
Obviously, I have 2 books here to punch that up so I can actually see the monitor, so it's kind of a ghetto setup. Even when I go to competitions, I don't think I play like.
Is it flickering because of the
nice setups?
because of the camera, or is that just the monitor?
The Rocky Balboa of Dota. He's definitely.
Bro would get a seizure playing.
Honestly, I didn't even know he was that big.
In the North American scene, there weren't many good American players known back then. Everybody respected Fear.
A lot of the people I knew, they quit the game. They moved on, stuff like that, but I stuck with it, so I ended up being like one of the oldest players.
With all of his years of experience and all of his constant commitment to the game, he's really shown that he doesn't give up.
Growing up without my father, I think in the end, not having someone there to teach me, the guy side and having a father to help you up, I think that has actually probably made me the person who I am today. I just make sure everything's running smoothly on the team. I kind of play like the father figure, I guess.
As a captain, I guess he felt he had that responsibility as well. And he was pretty much my mentor. He did tell me one time, if you need someone to talk to, he would be here. So I kind of see him as a Dota brother.
I've never had an ego thinking I'm better than anyone else. I'm always there willing to help people who are new to the scene.
And that's always been kind of my role in the game. I'm just hoping players get up for the most part.
Fear actually broke me into the scene, you know? It's very hard to get yourself out there. I mean, back then I was kind of like a fanboy of him, you know, watching his games and whatnot, and he gave me a shot to play at a high level.
I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for fear. I can guarantee you that.
Going into the match, we were all thinking MEFC didn't do so well earlier, but...
I just wanted to see if I recognized who or what.
High-risk game.
36 minutes in, almost a 7,000 gold advantage in favor of MUFC.
Towards the end of the game, we made a couple mistakes that put 2 heroes on the sideline for us, and they had all 5 still.
Nobody uses skins, huh?
Go for a throne.
We were really close to losing our throne. It's below 20% HP.
An online kingdom, they are so close to the point of getting eliminated from this tournament.
We just needed to do something. I ran in first, and then they all went on me instead of focusing on the throne, which was good.
Again by Silver Cross, Fear. He's trying to retreat. He turns into a pig. How the hell is he still
The announcer, and he turned into a pig. That's such a funny ass thing to say out of context. Like, he turned into a pig.
He's trying to retreat. He turns into a pig. How the hell is he still alive?
He turned it into a pig. How is he still alive?
They push MUFC back.
We made this huge comeback where we killed all of the heroes, you know, started pushing.
Silver Cross is down. Morphling, he's out of this. The top racks will go. There is no way now that MUFC can come back, but it will be Online Kingdom eliminating MUFC. What an incredible...
Our whole team just went crazy.
Leading Online Kingdom to do the impossible. I've never seen anything like that. And stay tuned, we'll be back here for more exciting gameplay coming up.
Skiche. We are 2008 ESWC winners, one of best Asian teams, but we don't afraid them. We're gonna fight them. I don't know about my teammates, but I don't feel scared at all. I feel like I want to crush my enemy. That's how I feel. That's it.
Welcome to the winners bracket final, where Scythe goes up against Na'Vi. The winner gets a slot in the grand final.
The crowds were all cheering for them, and their draft was very scary. We were like caught off by surprise. But
When did I turn this back on?
We gotta win this, man. We gotta win this and show them who's boss.
The Scythe have managed to take all the best players from Singapore and put them in their lineup. You know, Na'Vi, they look cool, calm, and collective. They know exactly what they've got to do. It all comes down to gameplay right now. And I got to say, like, Na'Vi's lineup, it is not unbeatable. So now they're going to look for the initiation and possible kill. HY is going to get caught. Now bottom lane, held in place. Sven's done. No, Sven will go down here. Light of Heaven, he's helping out, but then he gets the last.
Ooh. That's a neat animation.
Now Na'Vi, they're going to take the chance here. They're going to go in for the GG, and GG is the call from HY first. Na'Vi are already off their computers. They're not even sticking around. They've got the GG. Na'Vi are into the grand finals and will play for the $1 million. Scythe go down. They will face the winner.
We just lost our confidence match against Na'Vi. It was actually quite a blow to us.
And the game was really the turning point for me, because I actually learned that in life you can only trust yourself actually. Not in the sense that you can't trust people, but yeah, like I said, the ones who will never let you down is yourself.
You hear that, people? You can't blame other people for your ranked. You can only blame yourself.
Within the gaming world, I'd like to be first place. You know, it's like I'm following him behind my mother's footsteps, basically. She worked really hard to get where she is, and I kind of want to be the same way. I want to work hard for whatever I do. For me, I mean, I've never really had a dad, so if I had any questions about anything, the person that I was most comfortable talking to was my mom. She definitely had the most influence on my life. When she comes home from work, she's always, you know, anxious to bring up the subject, how she, you know, won a big case. And I'm always proud of her when she wins these big cases because I know it means a lot to her. I mean, in the back of my head, I'm always like, if I do well and if I win this tournament, you know, I'll finally be able to prove, like, I'm getting something out of this.
We're looking now over towards the grid, and whoever wins this match will be facing up against eHome, but whoever will lose it is going to be eliminated already.
In the old days of Dota 1, you could destroy enemy fountain and enemies can't heal in their base. What? Enemies wouldn't be able to heal in the base? Oh, if you destroy enemy fountains. Ah, that's weird.
We had the stronger lane here. It's the better team fight. Just all we had to do was just control the pushes.
Kingdom, they're split. The stun on Xander, they'll splash as well. They're going to claim a windrunner, will they? Yes, they do. It's 2-0 for Online Kingdom. Moscow 5, not the start they wanted, but Online Kingdom having a...
Quick question. Who's this person that looks like Lux? Like a purple Lux. Who is this? I can't for the life of me think of who they are. That's not Crystal Maiden, is it? Oh, it's Vengeful Spirit. Alright, I haven't gotten to play her yet. I don't know entirely what she does. Wait, doesn't Vengeful Spirit look, I don't know, more like a spirit, though? Or was she updated? Do Dota characters get VGUs?
We were so close to winning until some few mistakes that occurred in the late game.
My go now. The first 4 heroes standing right next to each other. The timing is wrong. It looks a little...
There's communication problems because we're an international team, so I think full nationality teams have an advantage over most teams.
There, big try. Fear's in trouble though. He shackles and Lacoste is in. He cast his ulti as well.
And it just fell apart from there.
They just slowly beat us down. Eventually, they just broke our base and took every single one of our axes.
This is really hurting Online Kingdom. They've lost 3. Enigma pops. The team is wiped for Online Kingdom. The base will be taken, and Moscow 5 will now play eHome and advance in the tournament. Now, Online Kingdom, they are out. So much promise. It didn't happen in the end for Fear and the rest of Online Kingdom, and it will be Moscow 5 that will advance.
Man.
I think everybody on the team was very emotional. I could only imagine how he was feeling.
Some people take it more personally and they give everything to win.
It was very satisfying knowing that we reached that top 8, but he had better expectations for our team and we'd come a long way, and it's all thanks to Fear.
If you don't go as far as you thought you were gonna be, I guess you end up in tears or something.
All of us are really disappointed, but I guess that's just how it goes. When I get back home, I need to make a big decision in my life, like just the benefits of playing Dota professionally, how much I can make from it, and how much time I really need to put in it to be 100%. So the only way I would ever do that is if I move in with my teammates and have like a training house with them, so I know for sure we're all dedicated.
They think things happen for a reason, and when things happen, you just do your best.
Sorry, real quick. In streamer houses, you know, not streamer houses, because it's like I don't know if any of them are streamers or whatnot, but like for team houses, how long do you think they practice a day? Do you think they treat it like a normal 9 to 5 and be like, all right, from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. we're going ranked or group Q, unranked, all in, whatever the fuck. Do you think they just keep playing for all that time until, I don't know, until they clock out? I wonder how they like prepare, or if they just play the game nonstop for hours on end.
And continue going forward with it. I mean, deep down inside, I know this career is gonna work out for me in the end.
冠军的争夺者，而我们中国战队呢，我也是非常的希望，也相信能从我们的败者组杀回来。目前来看的话，很可能前3强将会是由 Navi。
God fucking damn it! Did this motherfucker just say Ching Chang Chung?
回来，目前来看的话，很可能前3强能从我们的败者组杀回来。目前来看的话，很可能前3强。
God damn it! He didn't say it exactly, but not. That's surprising. I don't know.
由 Navi、Facet 以及我们中国这样的一支，我个人是希望是1Home。
那么感性上来说呢，肯定是1Home 我们自己中国的战队又是一个老牌的战队。
Average Dota pro play slows 12 hours minimum a day. Gee. Damn. That's kind of a good point. The more important the game is to your country, the more pressure would be on you to win. Damn.
就是形成中国打世界的局面。这本来就是我的本职工作，如果拿冠军的话是应该的。我告诉他们，如果你来这里就是来拿冠军的，我每天都会跟他们说，我们一定要做到人事，我们必须要做到人事。传统是除了冠军奖杯以外，剩下奖杯通通会散，对，他们直接扔机场。真的，我能感觉到他们真的很想跟我们国外队。
What the fuck is he yelling for? Is he trying to what's he doing? Is he trying to yell at them? Like, is he trying to distract them? Shouldn't he get like, I don't know, red, like yellow carded for that shit? That seems like very unnecessary, man.
但是他们看我们打的比赛，他们就觉得根本就赢不了我们。
Oh shit! I was literally about to say, I was like I'm looking at this video, I'm like, what the fuck? Why does it look like this? It looks like the town is being like. It doesn't even look like a town. It's a town of shipping containers. It's like they don't even have buildings. It's just nothing but shipping containers. What the fuck? Is this like a docking area? Okay, there we go. There's other buildings in the background. Damn. That's so close to a living area, too. That would be hella annoying. That would be hella shitty to live next to. You would hear that all the goddamn day.
When I was younger, he used to work like 15 to 16 hours a day. He's pretty much given up on everything else in his life. He's always made it clear to me that, I should focus on my life, focus on my studies so as to not follow in his footsteps.
real quick. The publisher asks, does League have their own version of WoW Dota? WoW Dota? What's WoW Dota? Or WoW Dota? WoW Dota? Music artist? Well, I mean, I guess technically they have like Imagine Dragons right now, but that's all I really know. I'm aware of. Oh, why does it say that it was a music artist? It just means like the world. Yeah, we have worlds and whatnot.
He doesn't want me to, be sloppy.
Plays of the week, yes. It's not official, but we do have it. Yeah. It's more like a fan-made thing. Actually, League is so toxic. They don't have plays of the week. They call it. Hold on, let me type it out. Let me see if they still make them. I think it was a Machinima thing anyway. Plays of the week. League of Legends. Oh wait, was fails of the week an achievement hunter thing? I don't remember. I could have sworn it was League of Legends that had a fails of the week. Oh, maybe I'm thinking of something else. You know what? I'm sorry. I know we have like League of Legends. What the fuck moments? Yeah, we got League of Legends. What the fuck moments, but that's about it. I need to look up that artist later. Someone asked me a question and I found treasure.
I heard my son say,
Oh, then I'm not sure. I never really paid attention to pro play in League.
for me, it's very disappointing. Never go to school, you want to play computer. Then morning, sleep. Then computer until the next day morning, then you sleep. The whole day, at least 15 hours at computer there.
My man!
My son life is like that. For me, I hold up my son to study more. Don't let me never study. When I'm young, I also same as Han Yong. Always spend a lot of time to play. After now, I also regret why don't study. But now, hope my son continue to study education better than me. This is my hope lah.
See, this is what we need to see more. We need to see more like healthy family quality, you know? Like parents that or family members that actually genuinely care about their the children that are or not, children, but like their kids around them that, they wish for them a better life. They want to make sure that they weigh in their options while simultaneously supporting their decisions. Not like that shitty aunt from like a while ago. One win away from the grand finals, all right? Come on, dude, I believe in you! You got it! Show your bitch on that you're a winner!
It's a great choice, a brilliant choice, because he was confident that we could win. It's an opportunity that you shouldn't miss out.
So, get ready, sign in, log in, play around, test a little bit, and then join the lobby in about 4 minutes.
It's a once in a lifetime chance. If you miss it, it might be gone forever. You might not experience it again.
And we have a rematch. eHome versus Scythe. eHome facing up against a team who forced them into the lower bracket.
The psychological pressure is immense, especially upon the drafter, because he is the one who is in the end responsible for the team's picks.
Shadow Fiend. Oh, It's HY is SF. Everyone knows how to counter a Shadow Feat. It's a very bold pickup here by Scythe. The fact that if Scythe win the early game, they're going to gain so much momentum, but if they don't, then eHome will basically roll themselves into the grand final. HY, BKB's going to wear off pretty soon, and Benjamin's a great strike. HY dead. B's going to wear off.
So real quick, I don't know if anybody knows, but like I'm curious. Like, the UI doesn't look like this. This is animated, right? I'm sorry, that might be a stupid question, but I literally have no frame of reference for Dota whatsoever. What the fuck? Oh, that's clockwork. Oh, his bumpers are in a square. I only know current clockwork. Current clockwork, the bumpers are in like a circle. That's just straight up how the game looked. All right, good to know.
If he can pop off an ulti like that, he doesn't really have to reveal himself to his opponent. He can really just initiate. Oh, there he goes! HY just managed to pop off an ultimate. Earthshaker is already dead. A2O really gunning for HY. They're already 3 gone. Made that 4. There's a double kill for the anti-mage, and they're headed for the tower right now. There is a GG. Good game called by HY. Side have had enough now. eHome will advance. The Chinese hopes will stay alive as they will go up against Na'Vi.
Ah. Man, I was hoping for them to win. Hey, $150,000 is nothing to sneeze at.
The first placing was very important to me. And to add on to that, my studies was also at the same time affected by everything. So everything was related. When everything comes falling down at the same time, it's quite hard to handle.
Ah, come on, dude. How many people can say that you brought down? Well, they probably split the money or whatnot, but.
All over again. I've learned a lot.
You got to realize your flaws. That's the toughest part, I feel. I don't do things as well alone. So if you try to do everything by yourself, it's not gonna be possible, you know.
I'm actually a believer of fate, and I told myself that winning isn't necessary because there are so many more things in life.
Good attitude.
I think that's a very big thing. You know, that's a very important thing. It's the most important thing ever.
Aw, man, I wanted to see him call his ex and be like, I'm a winner.
I just woke up, it's not fair. My haircut still crazy, no?
The Bieber hair.
But I don't care. Okay, I have everything with me. Let's go.
We are now at the final day of the International Dota 2 Championships. It is Na'Vi. They have a 1-game advantage, sitting very, very sweetly in the grand final. Who will get a shot at the $1 million?
Oh, wait. I think I may have misunderstood who lost.
Na'Vi was running the same strategy the whole time and no one seemed to be able to counter it.
Na'Vi loves pushing from minute 10 and trying to end the game at minute 15. And those strategies are very sensitive because if you fail even once, it can become a very difficult game for you. eHome has been known for how well they defend their base. So if there was a team that could stop Na'Vi's push, it would be eHome.
And let's get this game underway. The players will start to pick up their heroes with $1 million at stake. Na'Vi will need to win 2. eHome will need to win 3.
Running
Hey, Venomancer.
old school strategy
Or Viper, whichever the fuck it is. I don't remember.
Survive Navi's onslaught early.
It's all on Dandy. PLT TP'd himself in. Dandy on the retreat. Back out.
Damn. What the hell did Nature's Prophet just do? It looks like he's just like walking up and auto canceling or some shit.
Every time you see Dendy perform, he's always playing very well, and he usually doesn't lose his lane.
Oh, giving vision. Fair enough, fair enough.
Is that Chinese teams, they are patient. They look out for the fact that you might cross a line, and they will take you and kill you and win the game through those situations.
Trouble in the middle lane again. There's already the Gush 357 PLT. Everyone is right on top of Dendy. He's in the wrong place.
The way Navi played, they really gambled.
See, that's the thing with me. I'm too casual where I'll just be like, anybody get the kill. I don't care if I'm the carry. I don't care if I'm core, whatever. I want anybody to get the kill. What? But he just keeps going.
They take your little upsets and they just...
I don't think I've ever fought Vengeful Spirit, or at least noticed it. So Vengeful Spirit's whole thing is that her ult can switch places with an enemy. I guess I can see how that could be useful.
win the game through those mistakes.
Oh, with an ally or enemy. Interesting.
That was the first loss of Navi during the whole tournament. They went undefeated until the grand final.
Oh, really?
They need to compose themselves. eHome, well, they just seem to be awesome. What a play by them.
Hey! To get your first loss being in the grand finals is still pretty crazy. Like, could you imagine being undefeated throughout an entire tournament all the way up until the very last, like, match? Like, they haven't lost completely, but, like, fuck. To, like, only get your first loss in the last day, in the last, like, rounds is crazy.
Actually make me pretty sad.
But I get, like, how that could be a little devastating at this time.
We try to put family pictures here. This is our mom and dad, and I think that this one is our favorite actually.
It's cute.
My childhood, we lived full life, and dad was working for all our life.
But he helped us every time in every problem. I just ask him and he'll do everything for me, for Katya, for Daniil as well. But Daniil's and Farah was like friends.
Действительно, мой муж был просто фанатичным рыбаком. Даниил был, ну, я бы сказала, можно сказать, его самым лучшим учеником по рыбалке. Даниил имеет такое же терпение, такую же выдержку, как и его папа. Он мог часами сидеть и смотреть на поплавок, который даже не пытался дергаться.
They can sit with no speaking for hours and just enjoy each other's company. They understood each other without words.
One day I was going fishing, but dad never showed up. And when I came home, it's already super late. He was feeling bad. He went hospital. He decided to stay for a few weeks, you know, so we watch everything, stuff like this. And cancer.
It was very big shock for me because he was very thin. I cannot and they say this is my father. We was sure that must be okay, but it's very short time.
I was really sad and was crying a lot. I was sad about I couldn't say him many times how much I love him.
Ну, после того, как папы не стало, он не ездил на рыбалку ни разу. Ни разу. То есть пока это все осталось в прошлом.
Actually, I spent more time in your computer because I could not think about it. It's like distractor. It was like a start time actually. The push to play more.
And that's maybe one of the reasons why I'm playing now. Maybe I wouldn't play at all.
The relationship of Daniil and my mom grew stronger these days. They support each other and they are very good friends. I think that this is very important for Daniil.
You know, 5 years ago I wouldn't care about many things.
Real quick, and I hate to ruin the momentum, but I just realized that this entire documentary is written in the same way that Record of Ragnarok is written. It's like every time that there's a new character fighting another character, they give the whole backstory behind one character, and then they like the human, the whole backstory of the god, and then the story of like how their fates intertwine, and then the actual fight.
Now,
All one separate episode.
something knock you down, you need to learn to get up. So I'm trying to research this. To learn to get up.
This is the most important moment in my life because everything I worked on wasn't useful, and now I have a chance to win this tournament for my family.
Man, I don't know who I want to win.
Navi just lost one game versus Eon, and it's 1-1. So both teams have to win 2 matches in order to win the $1 million.
Because our picks look completely different. We were like passive and stuff. People thought like we lost the first game, we're gonna lose the second game. We were maybe a little bit demoralized. We really needed to change to a different pick. We were missing something.
А Enigmu мы взяли просто, чтобы у нас был сильный тимфайт на замес 5 на 5.
Fair, fair.
It was like last hero left, and I never played it before.
What?
Dandy, you go. And he's like, guys, I've never played it, but I could do it. So we took.
Okay. I think a lot of people that saw my first time playing Enigma. All right. I understand that these are pros, so there's no way that they'd have nearly as much of a horrible time as I did playing Enigma the first time. Because when I first played Enigma, I didn't know that I could walk out of my ult. I didn't know I don't just get locked into my ult. I thought like I pressed the button and then nothing would stop me from triggering the ult. I didn't think that I could just all of a sudden decide, hey, I want out of it, and click out. So I fucked up my black hole like 5 times in a row one match. But like, yeah, controlling the Aeolodons is pretty easy.
Took the risk of taking him and risking maybe playing him badly.
So it looks like down on that bottom lane, Dendy will be taking the Enigma. It is going to be a very, very rough lane.
Navi lost the game. They're playing something now that they're not as confident with. eHome figured out Navi, figured out how to play.
Bro, imagine eHome losing to a guy who's never played Enigma before.
Winning $1 million.
Not even just Enigma, any random hero that they never played before.
愚蠢，这等于是一个，可以说等于是一个自杀性的行为。
Dandy really now caught out. He's in trouble. Rockets are flying. FCB long way in on the tower. Laying the stun. Tinkerus lasers into death. It will cost FCB his life.
That we made some little mistakes. We played a really really semi type of like turtle strategy, really passive, really passive. We don't play like that.
Puppy and Denny just want to retreat back out. A2O! What a fissure! Penalty is there! Echo slam as well. Beautiful play there by
They're just getting fucked.
But I know if I die not for nothing.
X in the middle lane.
How so?
Laser. There's enough. Dandy goes down in the middle lane. Again, eHome control.
Sometimes it can be like you dying, but your teammates picking up more.
eHome, they still want to push out that mid.
They weren't ready for the Enigma. It was a patient Enigma. That was the.
I mean, I guess technically, as long as you get the Enigma ult, you can still turn everything around.
Most patient Enigma in the world.
Knock up, black hole. Yep.
That really impresses me, how he's able to make that transition. You just have to have the balls, basically.
He was scared of losing. That's why he was so patient and he did everything right.
Their strategy, it's kind of similar to how eHome won.
Na'Vi defeated them late game, and I think this really shattered eHome's confidence.
And GG is the call.
That's.
Na'Vi, they take the game, and they are only one win short of taking home $1 million. The question really.
They lost to just the ult play.
Chinese teams generally are feared for the late game potential.
So we hit the point now. The gloves come off. eHome, they will master their knowledge, their experience, their calls up against Na'Vi. And Puck will be the last hero for Na'Vi. The nimble hero there already. Once again, a lot of aggressive heroes for them. Na'Vi, Line of Heaven playing.
Oh, I don't think I ever got to see Puck in a game. At the very least, not in a way that I recognize. Let me think. I think I reviewed Puck recently. His abilities are basically he casts an orb and can teleport to it. And then there's another teleport. Yeah, well, isn't Puck's main abilities just that he could teleport multiple times? And then he could go intangible.
FCP's on the run. The Vorsov after the chase of him. Might be enough, needs some more damage. Oh! X long jump in. Danny orbing up on the high ground on FCP. First off the rips. Orbing up to get the kill. He's on the retreat. Yes, it is. Danny with the high ground.
Sorry, I'm rewinding it because I'm focusing on Puck, and then I want to focus on other things too. I want to be able to catch it all. So sorry. Nature's Prophet is fucking up 2 people. Alright, on Rashawn. What? Alright, hold on. Dota2.com. I don't know Puck's ult. I don't remember. Let me see. Puck. Dream Coil. All enemies affected by Dream Coil are attacked at a rate equal to 90% of his attack rate. The attack continues while the target is stunned if they break the Dream Coil. Oh, they are stunned if they break the Dream Coil. Okay. So it's kind of like the reverse of Enigma's ult, right? Like you basically place the ult down and then they take continuous damage and they only get stunned if they break the leash. So it's good since Rashawn was being taken and that way nobody else could like just blink in or interrupt the Rashawn team fight, right? That's what Puck was for the zoning.
Then he just went in and demolished them.
Can't believe he 1v5'd them. That's the scepter? Oh! Oh, my bad. Let me go back then. Where the fuck is that history? There we go. Sorry, I didn't realize that they did it like that. So this is the ult. No, that's the shard ability. This is the ult. Wait, the ult is only the coil? Well, it still damages them. Yeah, all right. Yeah, same as before though. It's just the yeah. Got it. So they won with a 1-3, huh?
There's moments of esports that are landmark, and this is one of them in Cologne. And Navi, the winners, you guys have just made history.
Winner of 1 million. What happened to the 1.6? Did I miss something?
I was jumping on the sofa and screaming like crazy girl because I was the happiest girl in the world and my brother just won $1 million.
I think in 10 years' time, all the gamers which we currently have showing themselves, they're going to be the guys that we will look back at and say, this was the beginning. This is where it all started. These are the guys that worked hard and they took the risk. They proved themselves. And they forwarded the entire industry to the point where we could have a kickstart. We could show the world what we do, and then who knows how big we can get at that point.
1.6 is total. Oh, okay.
When more and more people support it and it becomes more and more normal, it's going to go from a niche to becoming accepted in society.
I think in 15 years, esports would be bigger than football, than basketball, than everything.
That kid who you thought played too many video games is potentially going to be on a path where he's earning $250,000 a year salary. He's flying the world. He's going to be endorsed. Gaming's the biggest entertainment industry in the world. So if you're a star, you are potentially one of the biggest stars in the world.
So if that, like everything else with computers, grows exponentially or whatever, then 5 or 10 years could be a big step actually.
Changing mindsets is never easy. So it's gonna take a while. When the gamers now become parents, we will be supportive of our kids playing. And I think that's really when everything will boom.
After weeks of training, a local man has led his online gaming team to the top, placing 7th in an international gaming competition held in Germany.
Yeah, she's definitely proud of me. I mean, just had her camera out. Like, why are you taking a photo of the television? And I know she's really smart. She's a lawyer, so. But in the end, I think she'll be more understanding and be willing to support me more. So it worked out.
I mean, she's supporting you right now. She's trying to get the camera out for a fucking TV, dude. Oh, that's cool. After the tournament, he bought a new desk.
We were disappointed with our loss, and yeah, it's a mixture of both. We're happy and sad that we got third. Regardless of my emotions, I felt like she was the one I wanted to share them with. And it got pretty clear only then that I had to get her back. After the tournament,
Only then? What do you mean only then? You've been talking about her the whole damn documentary.
to look for her and talk things out, and we have actually began dating again. Yeah, and things are actually going great.
I'd be so devastated if they broke up again, because that's what I really wanted. I'll always support a story of an ex wanting to get back together. because of reasons I won't go into right now.
I love her, you know. She played a huge role, a very huge part in the me today.
Oh, real quick. I never thought to ask this. What's the stereotypical girl hero to choose? In League of Legends, we have like a stereotype that girls will choose Yumi or Lux. Those are usually the two go-to champions that like League of Legends stereotypes girls to. Like they're like, oh, if a girl joins League of Legends, they're definitely going to choose one of those two heroes or champions. Crystal Maiden, probably.
1 week ago, it was 3,000 followers. I was happy, and then it's boom, 8,000 followers. It's not about
What the fuck website is this? 10-cent Weibo? Maybe it's like a regional website.
the number. Even if 1 or 2, I'm fine. So you don't need to show numbers, actually. I think.
My father, I think, didn't have time to understand what the indie's doing. We lost him too early.
Frame it.
And if now he can see the indies, I'm sure that he's proud of his son.
That's low-key a funny ass thing to do. Out of nowhere, they just slammed the Ukraine national soccer team. It could be literally any sports team. They're like, you know what? Fuck the Ukraine soccer team. Is that it? Yeah, I think that's it. Alrighty. Well, that was really cool. I appreciate that they explain a lot of things. Like I said before, like it really feels like if you're not 100 into esports, that, or even like Dota 2 in general, if you wanted to like get into it and just try to understand it, I appreciate the small things they do, like the explanation of certain things. Oh yeah, I liked this earlier because I saw the comment. It was like, this video makes me want to quit my job and become the best 2.3K MMR Dota player ever. I don't know entirely what that means, but it sounds like, I don't know. It sounds like something someone would say about being bronze, but I don't know how much MMR that would equate to in League of Legends terms.